This is going to be an easy to follow step-by-step tutorial on how to do a flawless scissor haircut, the same system that I use to create these type of haircuts every single day inside of the barbershop. So let's get straight into it. So first we need to start with our scissor work. So you guys can see I've already went and sectioned off the top of the head from the side of the head. Now I'm going to take my fingers and I'm just going to create my first weight line. Now I'm just following the shape of the head. So you can see in the back, I'm going to find the part of his head where it sticks out the most. And that's where I'm going to create my first reference point. You can see I'm using the fine teeth of my comb. My fingers are directly on his scalp. And now I'm just going to go ahead and pull the hair that's over it just to meet up and create that weight line. So you can see I have one reference point in the back and one on the sides. Now all I'm going to do is connect that line and create like a U shape around the whole head. Now it's important to know that I'm on his parietal ridge. The parietal ridge is essentially where the side of the head starts to round into the top of the head. But everybody's head is shaped a little bit differently. So you can see that's why that line is starting to drop as it goes back, because we want to make this haircut almost contour the shape of his head. So now I'm going to start from the other side using the fine teeth of my comb and just go one section at a time. So the fine teeth of my comb, you can see my comb, the bright blue comb. The fine teeth is the teeth of the comb that are a lot closer together. When you use this side of the comb, it just gives you a lot more tension, which gives you a way better cut, a way more consistent haircut, to where everything is going to be a lot more even in length. That's why I use this side of my comb whenever I'm doing, my precision hair cutting. Now you can see that there's a lot of length in the back. It's very heavy in the back and I don't want it to fall so heavy. So what I'm going to do is pull some hair towards my chin. I'm going to take some of the hair, pull it towards my chin, and I'm going to take out some of that weight. You can see I'm still going to have that weight line at the bottom, but now all of that hair is going to fall a lot softer because I'm taking some of that weight out. So it's not so bulky and heavy in the back. Now I need to go ahead and connect those two reference points, that weight line that I set in at the bottom and that point that I set in at the top where I was taking out that weight. So you could say I'm taking these vertical sections, I'm pulling the hair out, and you can see there's a little bit of a peak in the middle. It's almost like I created another reference point, that top line, that bottom line, and then we just connect it in the middle. This is going to help the back to fall a lot softer and not be so heavy. And we're going to be breaking down exactly how I go through this whole haircut in this video. And this is like, the barbershop speed that I was usually just going. You guys taking the time to actually watch this video, slow it down, is going to help you guys to not mess up these haircuts anymore. So now I'm going to take my number 3 guard, and even though we still have more scissor work to do, I just want to show you guys why doing this system is so easy. Is because now you're going to see how nicely this blends into the clipper work. And that's exactly why I start off with scissors instead of doing something like clipper over comb, is that it's creating a foundation for me to be able to fade the sides into the top. My clipper work is going to go straight into that weight line. It's just going to blend into it, super easy. All I'm doing is I'm taking my number 3 guard on my 245 clippers and I'm just blending straight up into that weight line, and you can see how soft everything is laying, and there's not really a lot of cleanup work that I have to do. Now we're still going to go ahead and cut the top now, but I just want you guys to see how nice everything is laying. Now the top did dry out a little bit, but so before you cut the top, you want to re-wet the hair. You don't want to wet the hair, like you don't want to cut the hair when it's kind of like half wet, half dry, because that's going to lead to you not getting a consistent cut. Now we're going to go and we're going to get another section. So I'm going to create like a triangle section or a diagonal section. So from the corner of his hairline to the top of his hair, you see that diagonal line that I just did? That's exactly what you want to do. Now I'm going to connect all the hair that's falling down into that weight line that I put in the beginning. So whenever you do this, you're going to see that that weight line is going to come straight through the hair, and you're going to be able to see right through it and just cut it all in. Same thing over here, create more lines. And then I'm going to get one straight from the corner of his hairline, take all of this hair, and you can see right there the line that's underneath it. I'm just going to connect all that hair in, because even though I do want to keep a lot of length on top, what I don't want to do is have a bunch of hair that's hanging over. And now we're going to go ahead and get into cutting the top. Now you can see I do have a lot of hair that's hanging over, and that's because the top is super long. He went months and months without a haircut. Now this is going to be a medium skin fade with like a pompadour type of top. Now that we have our foundation set in, cutting the top is a super easy part. We're going to comb all this hair down and just split the hair down the middle. Now we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. You see that line that's underneath all of that long hair? All we're going to do is comb the hair down and start to connect it into that same line. This is how I make sure that I'm not going to have any of that hair that's hanging over, but yet everything is still going to blend into the clipper work. And you can see how nothing's hanging over. And this is exactly what I'm going to do for all the hair that is behind the ear. All the hair that's in front of the ear, we're going to treat that a little bit differently. But now we're going to start getting into cutting the top. This is where I'm going to pick all of the hair up, and you're going to get to see exactly the hair that you need to cut. Do you see how there's a sharp point on each side of the section? Like as soon as I pull the hair up, you can see that there's some hair that's already cut on each side. So I know that I only have to really cut the hair that's in the middle. That's why I really like going ahead and cutting using this system, because it's kind of foolproof. Everything's just going to be right where you need it to be at. Sometimes it's easy, right? Like when you have a client that his hair is, you know, super grown out and it doesn't really have a style or a shape to it, it could be kind of hard to set in that shape or that foundation, right? And that's why you want to understand fundamentally how to do this haircut. How to be able to create that structure and that flow, even if somebody comes in with essentially like a blank canvas because their hair is just so long. And you guys specifically said that you guys wanted more POV videos, if you guys wanted to learn more about scissor work. And the way that I do things, guys, really is just because I want to be an efficient barber. So what does it mean to be efficient? Efficient means that your speed is there, that you could definitely get something done fast, but you're not going to sacrifice quality. And that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to sacrifice quality. You want to be able to get it done fast and also done well. So now what I'm showing you guys, the 3-finger technique. This helps me to spread out my fades so they're not too tight and compressed. That's one of the biggest things that make haircuts look not good, is that when the fade is too compressed, it looks too heavy. Now I have no guard on my clipper and the lever's all the way down, which means the lever's all the way open. And I'm just going to create my first panel. Now I have my 1.5 guard with the lever all the way open, and I'm just going to create the second panel. Now I'm showing you guys right here that hair is growing back. So you want to make sure that you're cutting the hair against the grain. So you want to look at the direction that the hair is growing. If the hair is growing to the left, you got to push your clippers to the right, because when you cut the hair against the grain, it's going to lead to a lot of a smoother blend and a more even cut. So just look at the direction that I'm tilting my clippers. You can see I'm kind of tilting my clippers off to the right, and that's because his hair is growing back towards the back of his head. And remember, I already did a number 3 guard, right? Remember when I was debulking, I did number 3 guard. So this 1.5 guard open blends straight into that, And now I'm already at the 1.5 guard closed. And I'm just going and softening up that line in the middle. Now we're gonna go ahead with no guard lever closed, and we're just gonna start with a super soft skin line. And honestly, it's just a super easy close to open technique. The further up you go in the fade, the more that you are going to open up that lever just so you can blend into the next panel of the fade. And I'm going to encourage you guys, like, don't switch around and use a new hair cutting system every single day. It's going to take you so much longer to get better behind the chair. Now this is my 0.5 guard. I start with the lever all the way open. And you can see I'm going a little bit higher in the fade, but I want you guys to pay attention to one important thing that I feel like a lot of people don't realize, is that I'm only using the corners of my blade. When it comes to actually fading out a guideline, I'm only using the corners of my blade. And you can see that the fade is already coming out super clean with just those few steps. I start all the way open and I'm slowly close the lever just to make it shorter. Whenever you're setting in your guidelines or you're debulking, you're taking off a lot of hair, you use the full blade. But when you're fading out a guideline, like what I'm doing now, I'm only going to use the corners. You can see that all the hair on top is flowing really smoothly into this fade, and the fades come together really fast. And this is an example. This is what I mean by being efficient. Meaning you can get to the point, you can do a fast haircut, but it's going to be quality because you took the time to study, you took the time to put the reps in and to understand the system. And this is what just has helped me as a barber, really, being able to provide great haircuts to my clientele, but better haircuts that they've ever gotten at any other barbershop. And we'll go ahead and do the exact same thing on the other side. You can see I already created my first panel, and now I'm just going out and blending that panel out. You guys can see, man, I really took a hiatus from doing YouTube videos just because, you know, I didn't really feel like it was on mission, if I'm being honest. And I didn't really know if they were helping, but I just got this out of nowhere. I just felt like I was getting comments every single day on these other videos that I posted of people saying that they were actually super helpful and that they wanted more of them. So if you guys want more of these just no BS to the point tutorials where I'm just not holding any secrets back and just really sharing you guys the system that works inside of the barbershop with me, just let me know and I'll film a lot more videos just like this. If you guys want to learn more about scissor work or how to just fade efficiently and really just get to the point, you guys just let me know. Now we're going ahead and we're just repeating the same system on this side. Now, when it comes to the lineup, you can see that I purposely kept that area a little bit darker with my fade just because I wanted the lineup to pop. So I'm going to start at the front of the C cup and just create my first reference point. And then at the bottom, I'll create my second reference point and I'll just connect it in the middle. Whenever you do that, I just made a really nice curve, a really nice C cup, super easy by just using reference points. I hope you guys can see that, you know, in my hair cutting style, is that I use a lot of reference points and I have a lot of systems. I have panels and I just have things that I just use faithfully in every single haircut, just because these systems, these techniques are what help me to put out quality haircuts in an efficient time. But I feel like even more important is consistency. There's so many clients that will tell me about how, oh, this one barber did a really good job on my haircut, but the next time it didn't look the same. Clients value consistency, and you have to know how to give them that consistency. And how do you do that? You do that by having a system behind the way that you cut hair and not just freestyling every single time you pick up the clippers. You guys can see, man, I get passionate whenever I cut hair. I'm over here waving my hands. I don't know who I'm talking to or what I'm saying, but I was probably arguing with somebody. The barbershop culture, man, it'll do it to you. It will definitely do it to you. But guys, this is the final look. This is the final product. I went ahead and styled up his hair. You can see the fade is super, super clean. You can see, I want you guys to see how nicely the top is blending into the sides and what we was able to style it to. And this is literally all I did, guys. This haircut took me 30 minutes to do, and everything blended in super well from the sides into the top. You can see I styled up super nice. But if you guys want more specific haircuts, drop them in the comments below, and the comment that gets the most like and the most engagement, I will 100% make sure that we get that haircut onto this channel for a no BS breakdown. Whether it's a mod cut, a burst fade, a blowout taper, if you guys want it, I will find it and give you guys the no BS tutorial on exactly how to do it. This was a medium skin fade with the pompadour haircut, and we broke down this haircut system by system, step by step, so you guys never have to mess up this haircut again. This channel is going to be a channel where you guys can get just no BS advice for anything that is behind the barber chair for absolutely free. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys inside of the comment section. All right, take it easy. Peace.